Joining us now, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. First of all, I was mad at you over the infrastructure bill. I'm not as mad as I was. So we don't always agree. But you rightly demanded no accounting gimmicks. You rightly demanded it be scored accurately. The Democrats always said the CBO is a gold standard. And when you get to the real number, it's $5.1 trillion, $3 trillion to the deficit. We've been lied to the whole time.
Well, yeah. So what did I do? I asked the CBO to look at the bill to see if it had budget gimmicks. It was made up of shell games. And that's what Joe Manchin asked in November last month. And what did CBO tell us? If the 17 programs stay in place and they'll never go away, it's not 1.75, it's 5 trillion. If you spend that much money over 10 years, the way the bill is constructed, the deficit goes from 360 billion to 3 trillion. So it's a lie. So what she said about me is a lie. The bill that's on the floor is a lie. The bill on the floor is set up to cost 1.75 trillion based on a lie. It's a lie that these programs will go away. If you tell the truth about the bill, like CBO did, is 5 trillion, not 1.75. It's 3 trillion in deficit, not 360 billion over 10 years. I don't know what Joe Manchin's going to do. The biggest game in town right now, Sean, is what will Joe Manchin do? I can tell you what he said. He said he would not vote for a bill that was part of a shell game full of budget gimmicks. The CBO said this is a budget gimmick bill. He said he would not vote for a bill that added to the deficit. This bill adds $3 trillion to the deficit. He said he wouldn't vote for a bill that made inflation worse. This bill will pour gasoline on the inflation fire. Using his own words, he should vote against this bill.
So we're really, our hopes then, America's hopes to beat back this new Green Deal, radical, build back better socialism hangs in the balance with one vote, one man, one person. Our only hope, therefore, is, and I actually have a good relationship with Joe Manchin. I think he really cares about the people of West Virginia, but it's all hanging, he holds all the cards here?
Yeah, 100%. Every Republican will vote against Build Back Better. You know, and that's quite a feat. The Republican Party can't unite itself, but the Democratic Party has been able to do something we can't do. Build Back Better has united every Republican. All of us will vote against it because it's a nightmare for the country. It will lead to inflation. It's full of budget gimmicks and it's $3 trillion unpaid for. So every Republican will vote no. We're down to Joe Manchin. And if Joe Manchin listens to the good people of West Virginia, he'll vote no. This bill, the Green New Deal components of this bill, will make gas prices go way up. They've gone up 58% since Biden's been president. The Build Back Better will add $1, I think, to gasoline prices. $3 trillion of deficit. If you want this bill to pass and to be paid for, show me how you come up with $3 trillion of tax increases or government cuts. It can't be done. It should be shelved or rewritten.
Have you talked to Joe Manchin, and how certain are you all Republicans stay united?
I've never been more certain of anything in my life that Susan Collins, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, fill in the blank, Mitch McConnell, we're all going to vote no. I mentioned the first person I told about the CBO score was Joe Manchin, and he was stunned that the CBO had the bill more costly than the Wharton Business School, that it went from $360 billion over 10 years to $3 trillion in deficit. Again, if Joe will do what he said he would do in terms of evaluating this bill, make sure it doesn't add to inflation, make sure it's paid for, make sure it doesn't have any gimmicks, he will vote no, because based on his own standard, the CBO destroyed his ability to vote yes.
All right. Well, we're going to watch. Why did the Republicans help and assist in a one-time rule? Can you explain that to me? Because I got to tell you something, Senator. The Republican Party under Mitch McConnell promised not to do it in September. Then at the last minute, they aided and abetted the Democrats and bought them more time. Now they did it a different way, but a one-time rule is just another way to buy them more time. Republicans have been kept out of the budgetary process the entire time. Why? And what are the implications? We have less than a minute.
Well, I think people were worried about defaulting on the debt, but we had a damn good plan. Make the Democrats raise the debt ceiling using reconciliation, same mechanism you used to spend all this money. That was a good idea. What we wound up doing, I think, was a mistake, allowing the House to change the Senate rules. But here's the good news. All of us are on board for voting against Build Back Better. Hope Joe Manchin will vote against Build Back Better.
All right, Joe Manchin, the world awaits your decision. It's a lot of pressure on one guy. I think I agree with you. If he stands up for the people of West Virginia, it's a no-brainer. Good people.